We're tracking a homicide investigation in Clark County. Police say a body was found along Athens-Boonesboro Road.
Beautiful weather across the area as temperatures remain a little cooler than normal. I'm tracking a steamy and a stormy setup, though, just ahead.
Also, a fight breaks out inside a Lexington High School classroom. Why the principal says some of the students who watched it happen could also be in trouble.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. WKYT News starts now with breaking news.
At least 2 people are dead from a crash on Interstate 64 in Shelby County. The interstate is closed in both directions at the Shelbyville exit. That's at mile marker 35. We have video just in from Officer Don, who flew over the scene in Sky First. Kentucky State Police say a tractor trailer and car collided around 2:30 this afternoon, and the car caught fire after the crash. No other information about the victims has been released, but again, the interstate closed down in both directions there. 2 people are dead. We'll bring you updates as we get them. It's another pleasant day in the Bluegrass. Temperatures are in the 60s across the region. This is a live look at Triangle Park in downtown Lexington, where it's 67 degrees right now. But storms could be returning. WKYT Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey has a first look at the forecast. Chris?
Yeah, beautiful out there. Again, we said today would be a carbon copy of yesterday, a little cooler, and that has been the case with a lot of sunshine, not only into downtown Lexington, but across the entire region. Show you the Hamburg Pavilion on the east side of town, looking out across Winchester Road from the station. Jennifer mentioned that 67-degree thermometer right now. Winds are coming at us from the northwest, not as gusty as what we had yesterday. So in some aspects, today, a little better weather day than 24 hours ago, albeit a colder one. 3 degrees colder than at the same point yesterday in Lexington. Look at Eastern Kentucky, approaching double digits in terms of colder than 24 hours ago. Current temperatures mainly into the high 60s into most areas. 67 into Lexington, 68 showing up across the Richmond area. Most thermometers again into those upper 60s throughout the region. That's 74, likely a bogus reading coming out of London now. Live First Alert Defender, nothing going on if you're out and about this evening. A little on the breezy side, and it's cool. Temperatures drop from 65 toward the low 50s by the time we head toward 11 o'clock this evening. But focus of the forecast, Jennifer, when I come back in a few minutes, will be on an increase in scattered thunderstorms. That's again in about 15 minutes from now.
We're tracking new details in a homicide investigation in central Kentucky. A man's body was found around 1 this morning on Athens-Boonesboro Road near Halls on the River. That's about a half mile from the entrance to a rock quarry in Clark County. Troopers say the victim, 26-year-old Roy Combs of Madison County, was found shot to death outside a vehicle. WKYT's Sam Smith is in Clark County with the latest. It's our top story at 4.
I'm standing along Athens-Boonesboro Road, and just down the road here, there's the quarry. And right next to the quarry is an area sectioned off by police tape. State police got the call this morning around 12:30. They say there was a fight here that left 1 man dead and another man injured. The deceased has been identified as 25-year-old Roy E. Combs of Richmond. Combs would have turned 26 years old tomorrow. Police say it appears Combs died from a gunshot wound after that fight. The other person injured has non-life-threatening injuries. What happened before the shooting is still under investigation. Police say they have multiple suspects in this case.
It's generally quiet down here. This used to be a zone that had important drug dealers. We don't seem to have those anymore, so this is unusual.
State police could still use your help. If you saw anything overnight, you're asked to give them a call. In Clark County, Sam Smith, WKYT.
So far, no arrests have been made. Lexington police say a woman shot a man overnight after he broke into a home where 2 children were sleeping. Investigators say the man tried to force his way through the back door of an apartment on Winburn Drive around midnight. Police tell us 2 women inside the apartment were awake, and one of them fired at the man, hitting him twice. The man was taken to UK hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. We're told he was shot in the leg.
Certainly there'll be probably a number of charges pending. It's still early in the investigation, so it's yet to be determined exactly what will be charged for the entry. No one else was hurt. Police say the shooter knew the suspect.
Fayette County school officials are looking into a fight that happened yesterday at Bryan Station High School. No one was hurt, but the principal says it caused a real commotion. The fight took place in a biology classroom. The principal says 15 other students had apparently known the fight was about to happen and all crowded into the classroom to shoot video of it. One student was taken to the hospital as a precaution. Again, no one was hurt. The principal says all the students who shot video will be punished, as well as the two who were fighting. You'll hear from Bryan Station's principal coming up on WKYT News at 5. Our reporters are working on a number of other stories for WKYT starting at 4:30. Amber Philpott joins us from the newsroom with a look at some of the news in progress. Good afternoon, Amber.
Good afternoon to you, Jennifer. We are learning more about a deadly crash in central Kentucky that has claimed the life of a young woman. It happened about 5:30 yesterday on Jacks Creek Road near Boone Way, that is just north of Richmond. 20-year-old Alyssa Marie Moorman of Dayton, Ohio, was killed when the car she was riding in collided with another vehicle. Police say Moorman was in the front passenger seat at the time of the crash. She was a pre-nursing student at EKU. 4 others were hurt. We'll have an update on their conditions coming up on WKYT News at 6. Fire crews are still trying to figure out what the cause is of a southern Kentucky business fire. We first told you about that fire last night at 11 at J&J Pallet on Highway 70. The business is not far from Eubank on the Lincoln and Pulaski County line. The fire started about 6 Tuesday night. Fire departments from Lincoln and Pulaski County helped fight the fire well into this morning. Firefighters tell us they had problems getting water to the fire. There are no hydrants nearby, so they had to haul in water to the scene in tanker trucks from Eubank.
It makes your heart ache. All my kids growing up, when I thought it was going to get the house, I really got upset.
Deputy Fire Chief says they called in the Forestry Division for a bulldozer overnight to help contain the burning pallets, and they still are not certain where or how that fire started. We'll have an update on this investigation coming up on WKYT News at 4:30. That is a look at just some of the news in progress. Jennifer, back to you.
Thanks, Amber. Now to stories making headlines across the nation at 4. New details in the investigation into an Amtrak train crash that's killed at least 7 people. Investigators now say the train was going 100 miles an hour as it approached a turn with a speed limit of 50 miles an hour. Karen Kafa has the latest from Philadelphia.
It's a fully coordinated operation. Everyone understands their role.
Philadelphia Mayor Michael Nutter told reporters that investigators are beginning to put the pieces together in Tuesday's deadly train derailment.
Seeing it in the full light of day, it's just heartbreaking. It's devastating, but we have work to do.
NTSB officials have recovered the Amtrak passenger train's event data recorder, commonly known as a black box. They will use that and evidence on the ground to try to find out what went wrong.
We're looking at the track, the train signals, the operation of the train, the mechanical condition of the train, human performance. We are setting up a multidisciplinary investigation.
Tuesday night's accident on the Washington to New York route left more than 200 people injured. Survivors reported terrifying scenes of screeching metal and bloodied passengers and stories of people helping each other escape the wreckage.
I helped my mom get off. That was my first priority. And luckily, I'm still here. I'm still walking.
I saw so many head injuries and, bloody faces, and, people were really injured. They were thrown out of their seats.
The Washington to New York corridor is the busiest stretch of track in Amtrak's system. As well as looking at speed, investigators will consider the condition of that track. I'm Karen Kafa reporting.
Investigators say so far there's no evidence that terrorism played any part in the derailment, and they say more victims could be discovered at the crash site. Closing arguments today in the penalty phase of the trial for the Boston Marathon bomber. Lawyers for Dzhokhar Tsarnaev have one final chance to make their case for life in prison instead of the death penalty. Prosecutors portrayed Tsarnaev as a terrorist who carried out the deadly attack in 2013 with his older brother Tamerlan. His lawyers say Tsarnaev was heavily influenced by his brother, and Tamerlan was actually the mastermind. We'll have an update on the trial coming up at 4:30. New England Patriots quarterback Tom Brady has until tomorrow afternoon to appeal his 4-game suspension. The NFL penalized Brady Monday and fined his team $1 million for his role in deflating footballs during the AFC Championship game. Brady's agent has criticized the investigation as a frail exercise in fact-finding and logic. But the lawyer who led the probe says he found direct evidence to show Brady knew team employees were deflating the footballs.